Good morning, everyone. My name is Praveen. I'm from India, and my student ID is 240061. Today, I will talk about Uluru-Kata Tjuta National Park, balancing cultural heritage and tourism growth. Uh, I will be presenting an in-depth analysis of Uluru-Kata Tjuta National Park, one of Australia's most iconic tourism destinations. This presentation highlights how the park has balanced cultural heritage preservation with tourism development. We will review current performance, economic impact, cultural integration, strategic challenges, and opportunity for sustainable growth leading up to 2030. Central to this discussion is the role of the Anangu traditional owners, whose stewardship ensures that cultural and natural heritage remain at the heart of park management. By the end, we will understand how to Uluru can achieve resilient growth while honoring indigenous cultures. And next is current performance overview. Kata Tajuta National Park has shown significant recovery since the pandemic. Visitor numbers have risen to 245,238 uh, 238 in 2024 with an impressive 96.39% satisfaction rate, demonstrative world-class visitors management and integration of indigenous cultural experiences. Over 17,200 visitors participated in uh, cultural program, and Park has received the prestigious Borolaga Award for Tourism Excellence. Investments in infrastructure and sustainability, such as renewable energy, waste reduction, and biodiversity initiatives. Further, aligned with Australian 2030 conservation goals, strong co-management with the Anagu community ensures that the park remain a benchmark for balancing visitor growth with heritage protection and environmental stewardship. And next point is visitor recovery trajectory. Visitor recovery continues steadily but remain about 31% of below pre-pandemic peaks. The 2024 projection of 2,800 visitors reflect progress yet highlight the ongoing challenge of restoring international market confidence. Currently, daily visitors averages are 767 compared with the 2090 peak of 1,115. These gap signals untapped potential that can be addressed through targeted strategies such as improved accessibility, marketing campaigns, and enhanced visitor experiences. The recovery trajectory suggests that while domestic tourism has stabilized, stronger international engagement is crucial to fully revitalize the park's economy and cultural contributions by 2030. And the next step is economic impact assessment. In 2024, visitor spending at Uluru reached 280 million Australian dollar, up 70% of year on years, indicating increasing engagement and confidence. However, this is still 30% below the 2090 peak of Australian dollar 400 million Australian dollar, reflecting a continued vulnerability in the regional tourism economy. The domestic market contributes 70% of visits, providing a stable base, while international tourists who typically spend more per trip remain at only 30% of visitors. And strategizing international recovery is key to boosting overall spending, enhancing cultural tourism, infrastructure, and accessibility will not only attract higher spending visitors but also benefit the regional economy and community livelihoods. And next step is cultural heritage integration. Uluru's joint management model with the Ananganu traditional owners is an global example of indigenous households, heritage protection. More than 17,200 visitors participated in ranger guided walks and cultural center programs, highlighting strong interest in authentic storytelling. The 2090 climbing ban was a turning point, shifting visitors' focus toward culturally respectfully experiences without lowering satisfaction levels. This tradition has deepened the connection between visitors and the land's history, emphasizing the park's unique cultural narrative and the commitment to preserving sacred traditions while enabling sustainable tourism ensure that Uluru remains a model of uh, heritage-driven visitors engagement. And next step is infrastructure and access improvements. Improved accessibility has been a key driver for growth. Partnerships with Qantas and Virgin Australia have added 62,000 annual airlines seats from major cities like Cairns, Melbourne, and Brisbane. This enhanced connectivity particularly benefits international tourists who enter through these gateways and support domestic short break travel. Despite progress, managing seasonal demand remains critical. Most visitors arrive during cooler months, leaving summer underutilized due to higher temperatures. Addressing this imbalance with specialized off-season programs and uh, climate silent facilities such as shaded rest areas and cooling systems can optimize infrastructure use and extend tourism benefits throughout the years. And next step is strategic challenges and risk factors. Uluru faces several challenges that must be carefully managed. International market recovery has lagged due to economic conditions and competition from other destinations. Climate change poses a risk. Intensifying summer heat affects both visitors' comfort and operational safety. There's also the ongoing need to balance increased visitors volume with cultural and environmental preservation. Furthermore, the region's economy reliance on tourism makes it vulnerable to market fluctuations. fluctuations. Addressing these challenges require collaborative planning, adaptive infrastructure, and sustained engagement with the Anangu community to ensure the growth remain responsible and inclusive. And next step is a pastel analysis. The pastel framework highlights the macro-environmental factors shaping Uluru futures. Politically, joint management with Anagu and climbing ban sport cultural rights. Economically, recovery is underway but still below pre-COVID levels. Socially, there is rising demand for authentic indigenous world experiences and technological advancements like digital booking platforms and real-time visitors monitoring improve management efficiency. Legal obligations under UNESCO World Heritage and native title ensure strict conservation and cultural compliance. Environmentally, climate change and peak season pressures necessitate sustainable practices. This analysis underscores that long-term success depends on aligning all these factors to support growth with integrity. And next point is a 2030 strategic growth framework. To achieve sustainable growth by 2030, Uluru aims to diversify markets and rebuild international confidence throughout targeted outreach and partnership. Strengthening indigenous household tourism program will enhance authenticity and cultural appeals. Investment in climate silent infrastructure such as eco-friendly water facilities and improved cooling solutions will ensure comfort while minimizing environmental impact. Innovative experiences like night sky programs, cultural festivals, and off-peak tourists can spread visitations throughout the year. Their strategy uh, collectively support economic growth, preserve cultural heritage, and position Uluru as a leading example of heritage-led sustainable to tourism and all this the factor. And thanks for hearing me.